Good afternoon. In this session, we will discuss about the subphylum Mandibulata. Subphylum Mandibulata comes under phylum Arthropoda and it includes a large number of arthropods. For example, insects. Insects are considered as the largest class under Arthropoda. So, class Insecta or class Hexapoda comes under this subphylum, that is Subphylum Mandibulata. Class Insecta is also known as class Hexapoda. Okay, so we will discuss what are the silent features of Subphylum Mandibulata. First of all, you have to know that the members of this subphylum can be aquatic. There are aquatic organisms as well as terrestrial mandibulates. Okay, so mandibulata consists of arthropods which are aquatic as well as terrestrial, and they possess mandibles, which is the unique feature of this subphylum. Mandibles are actually the appendage and it is meant for feeding. Okay, so mandibles are feeding appendages which are found only in the members of subphylum Mandibulata. For example, the members such as all the insects, then hermit crabs, then pinnates, etc., millipedes, centipedes, all these organisms possess mandibles. Mandibles are the feeding appendage, which is the unique character of subphylum Mandibulata. And previous classes we were discussing about the subphylum Chelicerata, and we came to study there are three different classes, that is class Merostomata, which includes Limulus, then Arachnida, class Arachnida, which includes spiders, and last we came to study about class Panthopoda, which includes the sea spiders or nymphons. And while we were discussing, we came to know that all the members of the subphylum Chelicerata possess chelicerae as their important appendage, isn't it? While in this class, that is in this subphylum, that is subphylum Mandibulata, the members doesn't possess chelicera. Instead, they possess mandible as their feeding appendage. Here I have provided a diagram of chelicerate and mandibulate. Here you can find the chelicera. Okay, these are chelicera with claw. We have already studied about this feature of the subphylum Chelicerata. Okay, so all the members of phylum Chelicerata possess this chelicera. While in case of the subphylum Mandibulata, all the members possess mandibles in case of instead of chelicera. Clear? So this is one of the difference between the subphylum Chelicerata and subphylum Mandibulata. And there is also another important difference between these two subphylum. That is, in case of subphylum Chelicerata, the members doesn't possess antenna. Antennas were lacking in case of members of subphylum Chelicerata. For example, Limulus doesn't have any kind of antenna in its cephalothoracic region, and also in case of spiders there is no antenna, and also in case of sea spiders, then prawns, the scorpions, then ticks, etc. doesn't possess antenna. While in case of the members of Mandibulata such as prawn, then all insects, they possess a pair of antenna that you can find in this diagram. Okay, so this is another difference between the subphylum Chelicerata and the subphylum Mandibulata. And there is also the third difference between these two subphylum is members of subphylum Chelicerata possess two distinct body regions. For example, they possess an prosoma region and also an opisoma. While in case of subphylum Mandibulata, there is no prosoma and episoma regions. Some members possess three body regions, and while some others possess two body regions. Okay, so this is the third difference between the two subphylum, that is Chelicerata and Mandibulata. Okay, so we will discuss in detail about what are the silent features of the subphylum Mandibulata, and antennas are the sensory structures in case of mandibulates. Okay, so all the members of Mandibulata, subphylum Mandibulata possess antenna as well as mandibles. Clear? While in case of subphylum Chelicerata, they doesn't possess antenna and mandibles. Instead, they have chelicera, which is seen at the anterior-most portion of their cephalothorax, and with a claw. Okay. And talking about their silent feature of mandibulates, first is they are aquatic or terrestrial arthropods. They can be some organisms are aquatic, for example prawns. Okay, then hermit crab, they are actually aquatic, and aquatic organism can be either marine as well as freshwater. Okay, and these members also some are terrestrial also. For example, insects. All insects are terrestrial arthropods. And next feature is their body is divisible into two regions or three regions. It can be for some organisms, that is for some mandibulates, their body is divided into two regions, while in some other organisms their body is divided into three regions. I have provided an example here. In case of the Penaeus, that is prawn, which is an arthropod, and it comes under the subphylum Mandibulata, and it possesses mainly two body regions, that is a cephalothoracic region and the abdomen. Okay, so in case of prawn, there we can find only two body regions. Okay, that is one is cephalothoracic region. This is the cephalothoracic region, and here you can find the abdomen. Clear? And there are some other organisms which have three regions, or their body is divided into three regions. For example, insects. Here I have provided the diagram of a bee, and you can differentiate the head region. Okay, and here you can find the thorax. This is the thorax, and here it is the abdominal region. Clear? That's what written here. Body is divisible into two regions or three regions, and it depends upon the type of species. Okay, three regions, that is head, thorax, and abdomen, and the appendages includes, and all these members possess a large variety of appendages, and their appendages include two pairs of antenna. Some possess one pair of antenna, and here you can find the antenna in case of this bee, and here you can find long antenna in prawn. So they possess antenna and one pair of mandibles. Mandibles you can find here. Then one or two pairs of maxilla. In case of prawn, we can find all these appendages, and in prawn we can also find a large number of walking legs. Both chelicerate and non-chelicerate, chelate and non-chelate legs can be found. Okay, so these are the legs of this insect. Clear? And trachea or gills are the respiratory organs in case of the members of subphylum Mandibulata. Particularly talking, that is trachea are the respiratory organ in case of the terrestrial forms. Okay, while gills are the respiratory organs of the aquatic life forms. Okay, I have already told you that arthropods or subphylum mandibulates possess, or they have both kind of organism, aquatic as well as terrestrial. Here I have provided the gill of the prawn, that is Penaeus, which is a crustacean, and it comes under this subphylum Mandibulata. Okay, which is an aquatic form. And here I have provided the diagram of a terrestrial organism. Okay, and here you can find the tracheal system, this blue colored tube, which is the trachea, and it has got small spiracles too. Okay, so the aquatic life forms possess gills, as their respiratory organ, while in case of terrestrial organism, they possess trachea or tracheal system as their respiratory organ. Clear? And their excretory organs are of different types. In case of the aquatic life forms, green glands are their excretory organ, while in case of terrestrial life forms, Malpighian tubules are the excretory organ. Here, in case of prawn, which is an aquatic arthropod, which comes under the class Crustacea, it possesses green glands. And you can find green glands in the cephalothoracic region of the prawn. Here it is a green gland. And here I have provided the diagram of grasshopper. And here you can find, which is an insect, which is a hexapod. And here is the Malpighian tubule. Okay, this is the Malpighian tubule, which you can find in the abdominal area. So these are the excretory organs, that is green glands in case of the aquatic forms and Malpighian tubules in case of the terrestrial forms. And sexes are usually separate, and they are also called gonochoric. That means they are not hermaphrodite, that is male and females are separate. And larval stages are present during the development. That means their development is indirect. Okay, indirect, they possess indirect development, that is a large number of larval stages can be seen. For example, in case of Phineas, that is prawn, you can find Nauplius, then mysis, and different zoea, etc. are the larval stages of prawn. While in case of hexapod, for example, butterfly, they possess caterpillar. Okay, caterpillar is the larval stage, and it has got an intermediate stage or the developmental stage, which is called the pupa. Okay, so that's what given here. Larval stage is present during the development for most of the members of subphylum Mandibulata. And this subphylum is divisible into mainly 6 classes. It consists of 6 classes. That first one is class crustacean, for example, Phineas, then hermit crab. And second class is Chilopoda, for example, centipede. Then class Symphyla, and its example is Scutigerella. Okay. And fourth class is class Diplopoda, and example is millipede. Then class Pauropoda, and example Pauropus. Then last class is class Hexapoda, or it is also called class Insecta, and one of its member is butterfly. Actually, class Insecta, it is the largest class under phylum Arthropoda. Actually, it includes about 1 million insects has now been found, but scientists are telling that there are more than 30 million species of insects which are yet to be found. Okay, so it is the largest class that comes under the phylum Arthropoda. So that's all about the subphylum Mandibulata and its silent features. Thank you.